I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
Hello. Welcome, everyone. How's everyone doing? We're here for some game club. Ugh. How's everyone doing? It's Wednesday, yo. Wednesday, my dudes. Yo, yo, yo. Everyone good? Thank you for joining. Hello, hello. Welcome in Chelsea, Magic Band, Scotty, Flynn, Trogdor, Jessica. Thank you, Flynn, for your contributions. Sorry that you didn't get a wah. Sorry that you didn't get a wah. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm not sulking, I killed my streak. I'm not crying, you are. Were those not really surprised, but I did the two. Oh shit. Watch out for Flynn. I did the 2 weekend streams, or the 1 weekend stream. Yeah, it was a Saturday. With Chelsea. I've gone off course. This isn't right. Yeah, the weird horse is still wearing James's wig. But yeah, hello. This is Game Club stream. Look at the beautiful patch that has been gifted upon us by Chelsea. Thank you so much. Those are little Easter eggs in there, which is really cool. She spent a lot of time on this one, doing all of the individual bits and pieces and stuff. So yeah, it's fucking awesome. I guess some people just don't have the dedication. Damn. I ain't calling anyone out. I ain't calling anyone out. Oh shit, by the way, guys, House of the Dead 2 demo is on Steam. Really? Really? I like the remake. Oh god, okay. Alright. Alright. Of course, the internet is still currently shitting itself. Nothing is loading. At least I can still upload at the moment. I should blame my streak on those weekend streams, but alas, it was my own perturbance before. Damn. Yeah, agreed, Sky. This is a really good badge. Ah, nice one, Sky. Oh yeah, Next Fest, yeah. I usually do a Next Fest stream, but I don't know. Yeah, I won't be able to do one in time, unfortunately. No Next Fest demos for this Next Fest, unfortunately. Unless the demos stay. But sometimes they go. Sometimes the devs don't want to keep the demos up, which is a shame. Been playing some Jumpin' Jazz Cats. I have never heard of that. What is that? Haste has now got a demo, by the way. Which I know a few of you were also looking at as well. So make sure you jump on that, because I know I will. I've been looking forward to potentially playing some of that. God, what happened to the fucking thing there? Let's get the logo moved. There we go. Oh. No, I don't want to see this guy. Ah, sorry, Jessica. Considering it's the first one I've actually earned, delighted that the one badge I pick up is one of the best. Damn straight, Flynn. You accept how much all the badge gives. Jesus. Scotty's going guns a-blazing. He's going out with a bang. It was a game recommended to me on web fishing. The dev came on and they were cool. So I wishlist. Oh, that's really cool. So it's like a little multiplayer. Is it like PvP multiplayer kind of thing? It does look very cutesy. I will give it that. Yeah, Haste. Let's have a quick look at Haste. Do. There we go. So this look. God damn. I think I think Scotty seems to have the touch for that. I think Scotty's had the most on the channel, like easily. Chelsea still needs to play web fishing. Okay, how do you fake the negative test like that? Are you calling out Chelsea? Or is this because you're the thing at the moment, Flynn? I feel like, do you know something we don't know, or are you just trying it? Dissension in the ranks. Shrug's good. Likes me. Feels good to know that I'm regular. Regular. Wait, what do you mean by regular? Oh. Oh, right, you tested yourself. When you say that, Magic Man, it makes me... when someone says they're regular, it, it means, well, it means that the bowels are quite regular, right? I'm regular. The background deals go with Waluigi. Oh, yes, but now you have... now you all are, because that's the rules, I don't make them. Depends if you can guess, Flynn. Depends if you can guess. Yeah, bowel motions, there you go. Imagine not constipated, confirmed. In fact, I used to work with the lady who made the Bristol stool chewer. What? Should I ask that? What? Firstly, what is that? And do not Google it. Wait, poop and farting? What's that? Oh, wait. Well, that too, I guess. That's poop and farting. Hasn't affected me in quite some time. That's good. That's good. Not bad. I feel like if you were the thing, you wouldn't be regular as well, in both ways. Maybe. Don't know. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not Googling that. But yeah, this is the game that I've been looking forward to quite a bit. And now that there's a demo, I'm gonna be giving that a go. Yeah. Thang constipated, confirmed. The Thang ain't taking breaks. We're following the devil on it. Yeah, me too. For a long while. Like it looks completely different now. But yeah, I look forward to playing some of this. Anybody else got any Next Fest suggestions that I could wish list? The Thang ain't taking breaks. The Thang's causing breaks. And I'm not talking about wins. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? Causing breaks, God. What are you breaking? If the Thang makes a thunk sound, you know we go. If you know that, don't know how you'd know this. You know that the splash tickles the butt cheeks. That's how you know they're not the Thang. Instrumental breaks. What did you think I meant? That Thang does some epic air guitar. I'd have to break up something. It's like that. Every time I think of constipation, which isn't that often, to be fair, I always think of the joke. What does a maths teacher do when they have constipation? The maths teachers do when they have constipation. Yeah, Flynn got it. They work it out with a pencil. Wait, what? A new AVGN? I haven't watched any AVGN for like years now. At this point, I'm assuming it's not on Steam. What is 8-bit? Oh, and there is a demo. People still got that dedication to AVGN. Divide there. Okay, never mind. Yeah, how much relevance does he have though? Because I feel like there must be quite a lot of people that have stepped away from his content now, knowing how like disingenuous it is. Essentially, didn't he pass away? What, James Rolfe? I don't think so. No, he's still alive at the moment. Currently 44 years old. I don't know James Rolfe. What the fuck is that? I'm gonna mix him with another. It might be another YouTuber. Well, it must be another YouTuber. Yeah. Anyway, right. Today we are going to be reviewing and rating Shadows of Doubt. How did everyone do? Everyone a good detective? Has everyone climbed up the ranks to take down any of those vicious murderers in their tracks? How did people feel they did? I was IRL, yes. You're gonna have to tell us about that one, Magic Man. Virtually no. Oh. I did the Pokemon playthrough. Gotta catch 'em all. God damn. Lynn's got the puns even as well. God damn. So, Flynn, I know that you were very much definitely. I can guarantee. I mean, I know that Trog had some past time with it, but I'm pretty sure you've played it out the most out of everyone here. I'm pretty sure. So, like, how far did you go with it? Because I think you mentioned, yeah, about 100 hours. That's crazy. Because I think you mentioned, were you trying to do something where, did you get to a point where your city just ran out of murderers? Fully completed it twice, once modded, once unmodded. Cool. Well, let's just say being a detective isn't as easy as I thought. Oh, Chelsea. I think you got some tough ones, though, from what I've heard. No, one thing I will say, though, my first playthrough, I stopped halfway through and tried it modded instead. Is a modded experience a better experience? What kind of mods did you go for? Chelsea got shafted. Damn. That's was that a pun as well, Chelsea? Because you definitely did actually get shafted by the elevator shaft, right? When I went back to my first game, I completed a bunch that I thought I'd hit break wall. I just a Chelsea chuckle in the background. I completed a bunch that I thought I'd hit a break. Oh right, okay. What size is your modded? 5x4. Oh yeah, let's have a look. Oh, brick wall. Yeah, when you knock on someone's door, you can ask to talk to them. Oh my god! That should just be in there anyway. Oh my god, that is like that should just be in there. That's in my negative points. That is literally in my negative points. I'm sure it's in other people's as well. It must be, but holy crap, was that annoying? Holy crap! The amount of times that I'd accidentally, like, when just trying to quickly just like grab someone else, go through the door, and they just start attacking me. And it's like, I just want to speak to the other person in the fucking house. One example, death by gunshot and no clue where to look for the murderer first time through. When I went back to it, went to the weapons dealer, found out who bought ammo recently, found the murder weapon and fingerprints at their... Yeah, I'm currently stuck on one at the moment. And Chelsea gave me the idea to try and find a weapons dealer for it, because the person I've got, the murderer I've got to try and find, left no prints and no fingerprints, no footprints, no calling card. All they left was a bullet hole. And that was it. I'm pretty sure. I do think a lot of these no clue how to proceed issues people have. There probably is a way you don't know about. Yeah, I wonder if some of them... Did you check the security footage for the building? My building loaded without a security room. So there was no way of actually collecting that footage. No, it didn't. Is it elsewhere? I didn't even get a bullet hole on my serial killer. I mean, shit, wasn't me. Who could it have been? Yeah, Sky. It's not always obvious where it is. Is it sometimes like I've seen them in the basement? Oh, I went over the entire apartment block because it was an apartment block where there was two sides to it. I was in the basement. There is absolutely no security camera area there, and I went both sides of the building, and each side just has apartments. I couldn't ever find the actual... I went looking. I was looking. I'd put money that security room does exist. Probably floor 5. I had this exact issue. I have to load it up. I mean, we will be playing some after we've done the rating and the reviews. So maybe I'll hop in that before we do like a fresh one. See if we can find it. Because I did want to start a fresh one after the reviewing process. Yeah. I mean, I could easily just blame you, Sky. It'd make my life easier if you just admitted it and then send that through. Because it was my final case as well until I got to social level 5. This was George looking around for the security room. This was George peering around corners looking for the security room. Let's have an active issues log as well. For example, can't see the photo of the briefcase issue, yeah, which will be mentioned, but is already planned to be fixed in the next release. Oh, good. There's some weird telephone dialogue where it thinks you're talking in person. Chelsea had that issue as well, I think. I will never give up. God, you just literally, it just said, oh no. You did say, I mean, shit, it wasn't me, who could it have been? But I could easily just be like, well, you clearly didn't remember. It must have been you, Sky. Come. This is George looking back to the wall for the security room. Oh. Oh. yeah. What was I going to say? I don't know. But what I will say is, I'm going to preface this just because I think it's worth prefacing anyway, just in case. I don't know. I don't think the dev's going to come in here, but just in case the dev does come, there's going to be a lot of negative points because I've compiled them all. There are a lot of negative points, but overall, I think it's it's a well liked game. So prefacing that before we do go into it, because and a lot of the time when people put these negative points, me included, it's because we're passionate to see the game flourish in some way. If a game doesn't have a lot of negative points, a lot of the time when it doesn't have a lot of positive points either, it's because we didn't care because the game wasn't very good. But I think it's worth keeping an eye on a lot of the positive things here as well because there's a lot of good things to say. Someone's lost glasses, couldn't find them anywhere. Broke into a few apartments, still couldn't find any. Imagine breaking into an apartment to try and find someone's missing glasses. Just when he finds security room, just when it was obvious. That will be me later. We'll work together and see if we can find it. If you read this, Dev, I love you and your game. Slaughtered half the city and looted some bodies desperately, trying to find any. No luck. Eventually found some in an office on the far side of town. Net impact of this murder spree plus 100 social credit for returning the glasses. Next day, everyone's cool. God damn. Yeah, I do find that as well. It's hilarious. There was this one time where I was looking through this guy's apartment. Yeah, I was looking through this guy's apartment, and he found me. He found me, and we actually got into like a fist fight. I'd like properly punched him. He punched me. He then ran off, and I think he pulled the alarm and then started punching me again, and I just ran off. And then a day later, I walk into the government building, and he's just sat there on the computer, and he's like, "Hey, do I know you? Have I seen you before? Those fists look familiar." He just sat there, just feel like, "Yes, I can give you some advice on how to do some detective work." In the background, he's just like, clearly he doesn't know how to do it properly. I found him earlier. What a dumbass. Yeah, my negatives aren't out of hate. I genuinely just want these things to be fixed because I love. Yeah, no, definitely. The story isn't even about the game, which is crazy. Stop this guy. Look, we've got to say it's in Shadows of Doubt. It's in GTA. None of this is IRL. Should have sabotaged the alarm, but I never do. In game. Yes, exactly. All right, shall we head into some reviews now? Anyway, one of the things I did notice as well, which I think we're going to actually modify one of the questions as well, but when we get to it, I'll talk about it. But I think it will bring in some cool things to talk about as well when I modify that. And yeah, when we get to it. So first up, let's have a look. So Shadows of Doubt. So the dev behind Shadows of Doubt is Coal Powered Games. They've done one game previously, which was, where is it? Have a look. Concrete Jungle, a city planning deck building game, and then after that, Shadows of Doubt. I don't know if the guy has done anything to previously, but he is on Twitter, and is somewhat on Blue Sky, which I did put a Blue Sky post out, but yeah, I guess we'll see if they come in. Yeah. So, for anyone that didn't play it or has just come in and doesn't know what Shadow's Doubt is, oh, recent reviews mixed. Jeez, we'll have a look at that in a bit. It is essentially a procedurally generated. Is procedurally generated? I'd probably say procedurally generated. Procedurally generated, randomly generated noir detective game. There are some pre-built cities. Yes, it is cool. There are some pre-built cities that you can go into, pre-made cities with one pre-made storyline that you can also go in, which kind of acts as like a tutorial. Or you can alternatively completely generate your own city. I think it has like 3 cities that are already pre-generated, but you can generate your own city, whatever size you want. And there was a fair few options with different things that you could do. Difficulty, there wasn't too many options. I think it was like length, which it takes a bit longer to get to social status 5, which that is the aim of the end of the game, right? That like you have to keep doing these murder cases and side missions, earn enough money, put yourself up the social credit status, and get to social credit 5. Social credit, social level 5. And once you've hit that, it's retirement. I never actually got to that point, and it's because there's a damn bloody case that I've been stuck on. But that is essentially the aim of the game: solve cases. And why this game is cool is because it gives you a load of tools that you can just work with, as if you were a real detective in this world. There are fingerprints that you can scan, footprints, different types of guns with different types of bullets in each as well. There are databases. Every person has like what 20 or 30 stats on them. So when you're trying to look for people, you can ask around and they'll give you details of what this person might look like. Loads of different notes inside of the various apartments. So when someone does get murdered, you just search around their apartment, you find little bits and pieces of clues, and that is essentially where it starts. Go to workplaces and other places, but it kind of like just leaves you to it. You can have like a tutorial on which which will help you kind of get through the game, but essentially you can just turn that off and try to deduct it yourself. It takes actual critical thinking to solve a lot of the issues in this game, to the certain point where there are, as Flynn has mentioned, there are YouTube videos dedicated to various different things that you can try to do that you might not think are actually there, different ways of approaching murders and trying to solve them. It's very cool. There are some very cool things in here. And yeah, we will delve straight into it with some more reviews. But first, actually, you know what? I think we pretty much that's a good explanation of the game. It's just your own immersive, randomized, unique experience. That is essentially what this game is, and it does it particularly well. Depends on difficulty. A long game goes up to social stats 12. Oh, okay, so instead of hindering the amount of experience that you get per thing, I guess, like, yeah. What? The humor may be a little poor taste, but the Seth video review for it really has me hyped for it. Okay. Just notice, I'll keep that in mind. Definitely Magic Round. You'll see by the reviews is particularly good. Just notice the sales info on the Cruncher in that video. I didn't know about that. What would the sales? Ooh. What was it in particular? I missed it. I missed that shit. Yeah, I don't think I can find it either. Oh, right, wait a second. Oh, yeah, I didn't know about that either. Shit. Oh. So instead of just asking around, you could look at the computer and it'll tell you each. when people have bought certain things, and that would potentially lead you to people as well. Probably my solution, to be honest. Nice, but yeah, that's just kind of a quick rundown of the game. We're gonna give it a go a little bit later on, so that people get a good taste of what it is. But essentially, like, there's no real spoilers to the game because every situation is unique. The only spoilers would be you figuring out what you need to do in the world and knowing the different types of ways of doing things. So yeah, it's a cool one. That's what I mean. The game is evidence all over the place if you know where to look. Yeah. Right. So let's just go into the reviews then. Let's have a look. So first up in the reviews, we have Murray Count. Now from Flynn, we had 2, and she also put a picture in there as well for one of the post-it notes that you can put inside of the game. And it's an unidentified human remains, which it was always hilarious as well when I saw those in there. It's like, it's saying unidentified human remains. Is it because the character you're playing as doesn't understand that it might be a fake skull, or because it is an actual real skull that these people have collected from potentially murdering someone? And when I saw that, I was just like, does that mean that this person potentially killed someone? Are they the murderer that I'm looking for? It was a bit all over the place, but good representation of Murray at the very least, which is really cool. I said I saw at least 3 Murrays. People like to display Murrays around their houses due to his prestige. I mean, yes, he is a very prestigious actor. We will say actor Murray. Yes, very prestigious. And then Chelsea said, 1 Murray on a case where I was trying to find out who someone's partner was banging, and they just had human remains in the kitchen. God damn. They're into some freaky shit, clearly. All right. Did you complete it 100%, just the main parts, or abandoned? Flynn said yes, although there's a fair amount of content I didn't need to do to complete it. Cool. Yeah, it's one of those things of like, how can you tell that you've completed it apart from, I suppose, getting to the end of the social status thing? Are they murderers? Yeah, Chelsea. I got a bug in the pre-made tutorial world, so I didn't complete it. Oh, this is me, sorry. So I didn't complete it. I instead made my own world and completed around 4 or 5 cases on there. I feel like I've played enough to determine review and rating. Yeah. So that world that I completed, I almost hit the highest social level. Chelsea said, I don't know what percent I could say really. Does this really actually end? Yeah. Very good point. And Trogdor says, yes, I have previously played and completed my social rank. Nice, Trog. Okay. How long did it take to beat? I think I potentially might change this one to how long did you play it for? Because, like, I don't know if we necessarily need to know how long it takes to finish the game. Maybe we do to a certain extent, but it's always nicer to see the full amount of how much someone has actually played it. And I feel like people are answering it that way anyway. Like, they're saying the full amount that they play it rather than, oh, when I got to the end, this is how much I played. So I think just kind of changing that, I might actually note that down now. Just changing that might be a good idea, because, yeah. To beat... how long to play? Okay. Yeah, I think that's better, yeah. Something like overall playtime. Overall playtime sounds good. There we go. Yeah, some games aren't really something you can beat. Yeah, and to be honest, I quite like the fact that, like, we've played enough games to understand that now. Of like, well, Yeah, some games you're not gonna get 100%, or you're not gonna beat it because it's just a forever game, isn't it? It's just something that you can just continue going back to. Which this is one of those games you can easily keep going back to it. Turns into a very subjective thing of when you actually played it. A very personal thing, I guess. Right, Flynn said maybe a few days to achieve the complete the game goal, but there's so much more that you can still do. Yeah. I said I'm a smidgen away from getting to the highest social level. I did play for about 15 hours though. I think I bumped that up to about 16, 17 hours. I played a bit more last night. Chelsea said I've played for like 23 hours, so whatever that means. Damn, 23 hours is pretty good. Trog says, at the time of writing, I have 55 hours, but would guess maybe 25 with a lot of faff. Yeah. Nice. I'd say, like, in terms of the amount people played, it's probably up there in all of our games of the actual sheer amount, the number. I mean, Flynn and Trog definitely have, like, put the number up there, but I think we've all sunk a good chunk of time in it. Not trying to compete at all, but that's like by all means compete, Flynn. By all means. Right. Did it keep you engaged? Flynn said, hell yeah, that's good to hear. Sometimes it was a little on the grindy side. One quest I didn't really have much choice but to go through every name, beginning with one letter in the government database, manually looking for a list of people that match some rather limited criteria, then build up profiles on each. It gets to be a bit of a slog, but it's really satisfying when you manage to pin down the right person. I did the same thing, Flynn. I actually learned that from a video because I didn't realize that was actually there. Fine, 104. I didn't realize that was actually there until I watched a video that there was government databases, and I did the exact same thing because I had a mission where it was, I think it was Harry and the letter of the killer, and it was a heart, and that was all I was really given. I did have a fingerprint, but none of the links I went through could find out who it was, and it wasn't until I started looking on the government database where I just like typed in the first letter. It doesn't give you all the names, which I think it should. In my opinion, it should just give you all the names that have starting with that letter. But you have to enter at least 2 letters, and I had to go through every single letter in the alphabet, pick out all the women, and go through them to match up the fingerprints. But I think in general, if you're gonna have a database, get some filters in there. Like, get the filters in there. It might trivialize it a little bit, and there's some things that I kind of talk about where I think it could go a different direction with certain ways of doing it rather than automating everything. But I think there's some like give or take with some of the stuff that they could do on there. There's one trick you can do, space. Oh, space A will give you with a surname. That's really useful. Also, I don't know if I added it in my bugs, but every now and then it just wouldn't give results, and I'd have to exit and go back to get it to. Oh, really? Oh, I think I know what that was. I had to hit the arrow up button to do that. Because you'd be looking down the list of names, and if you were in, say, the second page on one, and you search for another name, it would stay on that second page, but it would give you a blank version of that second page. If you then rolled up, it would give you the first page again, and there'd be names. I think that's what Flynn has potentially said as well. Yes, Flynn has pretty much said the same thing. Yeah, it's that's an annoying bug. Like I'd classify that as a bug as well. Like, just as a thing that they could do, just be like, okay, let's actually fix that. I don't scroll up that often through pages. Just seem to happen a lot for me. Oh, okay. Okay, that's different then. That is something different. Okay. Huh, weird. Oh, yeah. Alright. Right, sorry. Let me get to bug. Yeah, we had Flynn's engaged one, yeah. I said yes, it did until I hit a bug, and then I would leave it for a bit. if you like the noir detective feel, I think it can keep you engaged for hours by sinking into its vibes. I got very immersed playing this game. I did. Very immersed. My game would nearly crash every time I took the paper printed out too. Me too. That you'd get a little bit of a freeze happen for that one. So the bug I had, I'm going to mention it now. The bug I had with one of the main, the main tutorial one, was when you're trying to get your apartment back, you have to see someone about it to get a key. And I tried to get that key and they wouldn't give it to me. And I'm wondering if it was the first time. No, because it doesn't act as a. I was thinking because I had a full inventory, but that shouldn't make a difference anyway. But yeah, regardless, I just would never get that key. So yeah, that was frustrating. A little bit. So yeah, it was to the point where I was just like, well, fuck this one. I'm going to create a randomly generator. I'm glad I carried on, because if I hadn't, I wouldn't have played much of the game. Didn't see that bug. Yeah, it was frustrating, and like you can keep asking them the same questions again to go through their dialogue, and for them to say, oh, here's the key, and every time that would happen, I just wouldn't have the key. Very, very, very frustrating. But hey, still had some fun anyway. Chelsea says, yeah, I really enjoy games that are like detective-y, puzzle solving, and being able to root around everywhere. Yes, I did, and it said I was trespassing when I went into the apartment as well, I believe. But yeah, it was locked, and yeah, when I went in there, it was like trespassing. Was like, woo, great. Yeah. Yeah, a bit weird. Nice. Yeah, detective-y. Definitely kind of unique premise as well. A detective-y game that is able to give you a unique experience is crazy. Right, Trogdor says, yes, at the start, the game gave me a unique feeling of being overwhelmed, which I'm usually against. But I stuck through the tutorial mission, had the same key bug as everyone else. Key bug. And retired the tutorial like 5 times. And finally beat the bloody thing, only to have that nice basement apartment taken away. I know at that point I was like, I'm gonna make money, and put a nice apartment, in a nice apartment out of spite, which I did. Nice. Coming across almost impossible side missions were a bit broken and pulled me out slightly, but that's a tiny issue if you think about the game procedure. Yeah, I would question whether or not it's nice to have those side missions, and I understand in terms of a technical thing, it's not completely necessary. A lot of those side missions, you can just wait for the next murder to happen, and that's kind of what I ended up doing. I tried some of the other side missions as well, but they would require a bit more grindy work sometimes to try and figure out the person. Except me again not competing. Yeah, so no, completely agree. So yeah, I think that's overall positive, very, very positive, in keeping us engaged in some way. Right, so next one up is, how was the game's difficulty? Flynn says a little high in places. The fact that early on you're not allowed to enter areas you need to, so you have to be really careful stealthing it, or get really violent just to gather evidence for the quest you've been assigned, kind of gets in the way a little bit. Yeah, the epsilon zones, I'm assuming is what you're meaning as well. I'd have a case in like those areas, and echelon. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, the echelon zone, a case in some of those areas, and you wouldn't be able to go through there to actually ask people questions. You'd have to wait until they go to work, or catch them on the way out. And And there was just something. There was something about having to wait for people and to walk out of their apartment, which is a bit meh. It's a bit meh, like having to do that. Yeah, I think I would love a better waiting method, because like obviously when you wait it goes like fast motion, probably a bit too fast motion, but a way to be like if you see that door open, come out of it kind of thing, you know? Maybe that's a bit too much though. Um, yeah, but I do agree with that. I said you do sometimes have to push some critical thinking at times to find out who the killer is. But difficulty can vary. A lot of the time, you can wait until they kill again to get more evidence and links. The difficulty option seems to be dependent on damage you receive, so it shouldn't change too much, in my opinion. Yeah, I think the difficulty option could have been a little bit different, right? Instead of it just being like damage taken, it could be length of cases. If there was a way to determine how to make a case more difficult in some way, or it doesn't give you as many clues or whatever. Yeah, don't in a bar or you get thrown out. I didn't realize that until you get to a certain social level where that doesn't happen. I was like, oh, interesting. I wasn't doing that anyway. Yeah, it's whenever you go into a bar and you don't buy anything, isn't it? It's cool that they've got that mechanic. I quite like that. Chelsea said hard. I don't know if I just got really tough cases, but Jesus fucking Christ, I had like nothing to go on at times, mixed with bugs. Yeah, I think you had some particularly tough ones, Chelsea, from what I remember you saying. Knocked out ones just for chilling. The amount of people that have guns in this city as well, and will just get out their gun because you're in someone else's apartment, not their apartment. It's just someone else's. They just start whapping their gun out. It's like, that guy's trespassing. Like, just like go for it. Although I swear, like everyone in the city has done deplorable acts. Whenever you go through their employee in the employee database or in the it's the employee sheets, whatever they are. It'll read through. You'll be able to see like everything that someone has done, and everyone had some sort of rap sheet in some way where they'd done like a collection of things that was very deplorable in some way. I've ended up making a whole new save. It was that bad. It's probably for the best. All right, Trogdor says it seems intimidating at first, but once you know how the magic happens, it does kind of lose its luster a little bit. But it took me a long time to get to that point. That's good. I did find that I'd forgotten a lot of tricks, and now there have been updates to not make it easy to go to the top floor of an apartment, smash a person's face in when they open the door, find their safe pin, then steal the 3 or 4 sync discs they have. That's hilarious. I tell you what, though, bashing through a door and knocking someone out is pretty top tier in my opinion. I love the fact that you can do that. Yeah, exactly, Flynn. That's it. It's so good. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Yeah, yeah. I agree with those. I don't know. I guess I didn't put it in here, but maybe I deleted it. I can't remember. But I did mention either somewhere or before that a lot of the time when you get someone's fingerprint, as long as you got their fingerprint, it makes it a lot easier. It's when there aren't any fingerprints or they don't leave much evidence at all that it becomes a little bit more difficult. Is the game worth its RRP? Flynn says, I'd say so. From a game dev perspective, it's an incredible achievements simulating the lives, homes, jobs, and habits of 600-ish people and creating randomized quests that work well most of the time. The fact that you can integrate into the world as well, getting and furnishing your own apartment, as well as do side jobs, etc. There's a lot of little subtleties as well. NPCs having a domestic while you rifle their private files. And if you smash a window, go back a day later, it's boarded up. Oh, cool. The occasional street mugging when some guy with a knife thought it was wise to try and mug a private detective with a katana. Anyway, my point is, if you really get into the world rather than just go from goal to goal, it really makes it worthwhile. I never really ended up doing those kind of bits. I saw that there was like being able to do up your apartment, and I was like, I don't know. I never felt like I wanted to spend the time doing that. I wanted to spend more time outside doing other things. Even though maybe if I played the game for a little bit longer or had like a dedicated massive chunk of time, I probably would end up doing something like that. But there is a lot to integrate you into this world, isn't there? I said current RRP. Oh, I mentioned it later. Okay. Current RRP is £19.99. Yes, this is worth it. You love the noir detective genre. It's a no-brainer. It immerses you in a randomly generated world so you can keep playing, and you shouldn't have the same experience twice. Some of the tasks you do will be repetitive, but cases are always somewhat fresh. Yeah. Like 20 quid, you genuinely cannot like argue with the amount of time and just the general experience that you get from this game. Chelsea says, I don't pay full price for games. 20 quid, I don't think is bad, to be fair. There you go. I think Chelsea's the expert on this one. And Trogdor says yes. Nice. Okay, is there any replay value? Flynn says definitely. And mod support is planned for the future. That could vastly improve the variety of the game. There are already some mods that add additional quests, perks, upgrades, etc. Randomized worlds are a little samey, and the grid-like nature of the city means there's not much variety in the landscape of the world, but the content within it is so rich that that's not really an issue. Yep. Completely agree. There's loads of content in this game. Loads. You could get a lot out of this. Right, I said yes, tons. There are a few pre-made worlds. You can randomly generate worlds. There is mod support. You could play this game for a long time, although I can imagine the fundamental tasks you have could get repetitive after a while. And I think that's kind of what people have said previously as well, is that like you start to see. It's like when you play an open world game and you find the way to min-max things. You kind of, it's like seeing the coding in the Matrix. Like you start to see the easiest way of doing it. It's like, okay, this is how this works out. This is how this works out. This is the quickest route. And I think this isn't excluded from that pile, unfortunately, as well. But I have to say, like, I think it takes a lot longer to figure out in this one than it does in most other games. Yes, the dialogue. You're right. Not like, and it didn't feel like people were real that you were speaking to. Yeah, that gets mentioned in a bit as well. Yeah, the people could have been a bit better. Chelsea says, yeah, defo. Can just go wild with all the cases and just being a nosy bitch all over the world, to be honest. Sometimes I'd just root around people's houses who had nothing to do with the case because I liked going through their emails and trash. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that is the perfect thing for Chelsea, actually. I didn't think about it that way. It's just like, it's just being nosy. Yeah. Getting your Harold out there. Okay, most memorable line / quote. So this is one of the ones that I potentially wanted to change as well. And it's mainly because of Flynn's response, which I really like. I really like the way that Flynn has responded to this one. And like, I think we could extend it out from it being a line or a quote to memorable moment. Like, everyone has their top moment that they enjoyed in the game, because a lot of the time when I'm trying to think of a memorable line or quote, I can never think of one. And I think the quote that I even got has been it's not quite correct either. but I remember it being said to me in a certain way. It's just it probably wasn't said in that particular way. But yeah, having a memorable moment. I might change this to memorable line, quote, slash moment. So people can just kind of I think that's gonna give like a fun thing for people to be able to express like a really cool thing that happened or a really stupid thing that happened and this could be the space for it. I agree, people have a domestic while you're rooting around is fun. I never had that happen to me. Not that I noticed anyway. Right, but yeah, for most memorable line such quote, Flynn says, this is probably the only area where it was kind of lacking. The NPC dialogue was a bit bland. However, quests only impact what they need to impact, which makes for some amusing interactions. A murder victim's partner is often quite blasé about their partner lying dead on the floor while they watch TV. Or you arrest someone and you just leave them handcuffs in the street while you go off and hand in the case. Yeah, I didn't like that. I kind of wish you would be able to just drag them away to wherever they needed to go. Yeah. If you guys can go in later, they're still there. Oh, they're still there. Jeez, I didn't know that was the case. Basically, anything not directly connected with a quest almost acts like it's not happening. One suspect was happy to let me in her home, and I read her passcode off a note, logged into her computer, and started going through her mail. While she switches off the lights and goes to bed behind me. I'm like, fine, don't mind me, put the lights on, and she gets up, puts it off again, and goes back to bed about 3 times, and finally there's the time I used a door wedge on the toilet door. The person inside was displeased, knocked, barged, and eventually burst the door open, knocking out a waitress in the process, and then just calmly stepping over their twitching body as they left the bar. That is an incredible moment. Holy shit! Yeah, I'm gonna shift this to line quote moment. Okay, I'll add that to the list as well. Yeah, my quote was, "Why would I tell a flatfoot like you?" which you hear a lot of just people being like, "Yeah, mind your fucking business, mate." But yeah, I don't know. We get into that kind of thing as well in a bit. Chelsea said, "Watch your back, rat." The threatening note that is everywhere for some reason. Yeah, that was everywhere. Oh my god, yeah, that's personal. Yeah. Yeah, that is everywhere. And then Trogdor says dialogue is a bit lacking. Yeah, true. Right, general likes and dislikes. Flynn has said, I love the openness of it. Sure, there's a regular main game murder events, but if you want, just ignore them and trash people's apartments to contract for a living. Uh, or be an investigator retrieving stolen property, or one of those creepy private detectives that gets photos of someone's partner or something. Also, you can get an apartment and decorate it with whatever you want. I actually thought the graphic style really worked. I think if they tried to make it too realistic, it would almost certainly end up in the uncanny valley, yeah, and just look weird. I agree. And given the complexity of the city, it would probably be more than a bit of a strain on the GPU. Haven't tried it yet, but I love the idea of Twitch chat being NPCs in the city as well. The echelon zone was just annoying though. Higher levels of apartment blocks, you're not even allowed to knock on people's doors until you're yes, yeah. Yeah, echelon zone, yeah. High enough social status, which makes it much harder than it needs to be just to get some information from someone. You can't knock on their door and ask questions, yeah. Yeah, it just seems like somewhat a little bit redundant. I think the echelon zone could have been something different. Like, the security levels for it are just a lot higher in general, which I think they are. They usually, in the echelon zone, because they're a bit higher up in the buildings, they tend to actually have, like, security cameras inside of their apartments and some of those laser based ones as well that catch you out. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that was super annoying, yeah. Nice one, Flynn. Well, thank you for the likes and dislikes. That's great. Alright, okay, so. Oh. Yeah, like needing to get permission or a security escort to visit Yeah, just something like something to put in that extra step to be able to do. You're right. Yeah, that was frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Right. Okay. So my likes. Same with people's workplaces. Yeah. My likes. The world is very immersive. You go into the game and instantly get transported into character. There are many games I have felt like a detective, but never before has the experience been randomly tailored. This alone is a massive feat and towers above any negative the game may have. I genuinely felt like a noir detective, and I think that's the main point of the game, right? It transports you straight into that persona very quickly. Wish there was. Yeah, I think that is one of the major negatives, isn't it, Chelsea? Just dialogue in general. More dialogue, more stuff to do with chatting with people. Right. Randomly tailored towards unique playthroughs. The fundamental systems of finding the murderer can bring complexities in every case, like the critical thinking aspect of things. Every person in the world have their own functions and features, work, home, stats. You sometimes genuinely have to use critical thinking to work out how to find the killer. The world is large, all things considering. Yeah, even though um you can get from one end of the map to the other pretty quickly. I mean, you can make bigger cities, but one end of the map to the other pretty quickly. Every single building is like fully explorable as well, though, so it really kind of adds to it. Oh, so there is. Oh, there is a mod. Oh god. Oh gosh. Oh golly. When you generate a new world, there are a ton of settings to customize the gameplay however you want. Everywhere is detailed with items which can be used and picked up. These also come into play when solving cases. Yep. Yeah, loads of different objects in this game. The pinboard is not only an awesome idea, it's vital and has some great features to help keep information on current cases. The way that you can organize it is really good. I think there is potentially like a better way for the pin system, although you can still organize it in a certain way because like the automatic stringing can get like a little bit annoying, especially when you've got like a person's apartment and you've grabbed a load of things and then you get that person and then instantly there's just like 20 or 30 red strings that just like pop out of nowhere. Oh yeah, and then mod support, of course. All right, so my dislikes, which again, larger than likes, but the likes have more breadth than the amount, if you know what I mean. There's a lot to them. So yeah, like what we were saying at the start of the stream. So bugs. I got a bug during the tutorial pre-made world. You meant to pick up a key for the new apartment before things progress, and no matter what I did, I never actually got the key. I had to give up on that world and make a new one. I then went through multiple worlds trying to figure out a side mission bug. If you're given a picture of suitcase location, it'll show you the photo when you first get it. But that node on the pinboard bugs out and you're no longer able to view it all. I've also been pushed through walls by NPCs, almost falling to my death. Yeah, that was annoying. But yeah, I mean, Flynn mentioned that they're already at work trying to fix those bigger bugs, so that is good. Graphics could be better. This might be a point of contention. I don't know, but I like the pixelated style games, and I think in terms of pixels is pretty good. But this one is one of the uglier ones. Also, shaders and filters are amateurish. We kind of talk about how with a lot of Unity games, developers tend to kind of just shove filters in into a game, maybe not with a good kind of idea on how to shift it to make it a little less contrasty or a little. There's just something about it that never right. I think I come off as a little bit mean here, where I say you can see there's an attempt at colouring the world to suit the genre, but it never looks great. Reminds me of someone using Photoshop to style their emo selfies for the first time. I remember when I feel like everyone does it. You can take a selfie of like your teenage stage, and I would pop that into like a bit of software just pump up all of the fucking contrast, get it looking as like the blacks as dark as possible and the highlights as white as possible. And it kind of feels like it's not quite to that point, but there's a certain kind of like niche to getting it right, and it's difficult, and I completely understand that. But coloring is very important when it comes to how something looks, like coloring and the kind of, I suppose, the dynamic range of the lighting versus the shadows, and balancing it all out is difficult. But I think I would say that this look could be a bit better. And yeah, coming off of that point, lighting is all over the place. Changing between inside and outside is a nightmare when the dynamic range has to kick in. It either takes a while for the lighting to adjust or just doesn't adjust at all. Also, not every light source lights places properly. I'll flick a light switch in a room. I can only see half of the room. Yeah, just... I guess there's certain scenarios where people wouldn't light their places properly, but it kind of annoys me where you turn on a light and you just still can't see anything, and there's no other light in the room. It's like fucked. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but honestly, the retro style graphics meant my expectations were low, so I didn't even notice it. I do agree, and I just, as soon as you kind of put it into Unity, though, I think it's genuinely difficult for people to, like, for devs to not push it all the way. And just pulling it back, less is so much more. And again, like, the pixel graphics were still all right, just not as stylistic as other games, you know. I've seen, like, I feel like there's so many other games where you've seen, like, you do tend to see it like a little bit better done, a little bit. Yeah, the lighting. It just, I found myself getting a bit annoyed because I'd have to exit a building and re-enter it again for the lighting to the dynamic range to pop in, so I can actually see indoors properly again. And it shifts so much. Like, the coloring from lighting in that game can be different at one way in one moment and completely different another. So a little bit of consistency is always good as well. Air vents are a neat idea, but they are a nightmare to navigate. I get that this is probably part of the game's difficulty and that it shouldn't be easy. But I had so many frustrations with them never going the way you want. They also look ugly. Yeah, inside, when there's the reflections on the air vents, it doesn't look great. I'd rather it just be dark. I feel like it's so dark at times. Yes, yeah. And they're ugly. Yeah, it's like, see, that's I think the problem with that is, I think I know what it is actually now. So I think it's the mixture of the pixel art with somewhat realistic lighting to a certain extent, where there are reflections inside of the world, but it doesn't quite work well enough with the pixelated graphics. And that is especially prevalent when in the air vents, where there's a reflection all the way around with these pixel textures, and it's like, what am I looking at here? Am I actually in an air vent? I don't feel like I'm in an air vent. Yeah, you're not wrong. I got the hang of navigating them using the map. Yeah, the map helps a lot, especially when you get the blueprints as well. I think the blueprints help. But it's still frustrating when you can't find a route to where you're going. Yeah, they've managed to find the uncanny valley, and that's it. I think that's it, Flynn. Yes, that's nail on the head. But yeah, like, I did find a niche of getting through air vents, but it would be the absolute last ditch effort that I would end up doing, and it a lot of the time I'd be just escaping there if I got found out and stuff, and figure out a different way of getting through. But trying to navigate it so you can get into someone's apartment, I feel like it shouldn't be that difficult. But yeah, again, I wouldn't blame the game for that either, because if it was easy to navigate the vents, then it'd be just something you'd just do every single time then, wouldn't it? Some cases give you absolutely nothing to go on, even when they kill again. I don't know whether I'm missing a mechanic or what, but it does get a little frustrating. I think Flynn mentioned this as well, that there are niche ways of solving puzzles, and not knowing what you need to do makes it more difficult, and then as soon as you know what to do, it's like, oh well, that's how you do it. Then that makes it a bit easy. It's almost like finding out those ways of doing it is the way to progress in the game through experience and figuring it out that way. Go to the neighbor's toilet and not out. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, so I think that's where the difficulty slider kind of, I think, would be nice to have a bit more play in, where, or at least a progression, because obviously Chelsea had some like really difficult cases to begin with, but having it where the difficulty slider actually kind of determines how much evidence you get from a murder would be pretty top notch as well. Or even just like a general progression through the world. And it doesn't necessarily need to be a difficulty slider. It could be like the first mission you get is always you get every single piece of evidence that you need. And then as you gradually go up, maybe kind of back and forth with like the amount that you get, but as you gradually go up that social status, the murders start getting like a little bit more difficult where you don't get as much evidence. Because I feel like evidence is like one of the bigger deciding factors, and then also how far removed the murderer is from the victim as well. Like they still need to be linked in some way, but sometimes like the link, I think, to make it more difficult could be like a little bit further away, right? I don't know. I think there's something there though, something that could be improved on. This is one of the important points that I thought. Oh, yeah, I found one case where I had to check surveillance footage to find out who was nearby and ask them if they'd seen anything unusual before I. Wow, so like that is like a very big diversion to be able to get. I found it useless even trying to find a lead from 3 people as well. A lot of the time I just kind of gave up on talking to people because I never got any information from anyone. It's like, yeah, it's yeah. Yeah. 90% of the time it is, but occasionally you get one, especially if you can find out who was around. Yeah. So yeah, this is one of the main things that I wanted to talk about. There is a fingerprint on the scene. The case is pretty much already solved, in my opinion. Something less automatic would and more involved would work wonders here. Maybe having to visually compare them, like visually comparing the fingerprints. In fact, automatic features made me super lazy. Having the world with less gadgets would give far more complexity and immersion. I understand why it has that automatic element in there, is so that you don't have to do some of the busy work. But I think genuinely the fingerprint thing, because what you can do is like you can find the fingerprint on scene, and then you can literally just sift through profiles in the workplace, sift through files on the government database, and if you've just looked at one of those profiles or taken them in some way, it will automatically do it and be like, well, okay, I've found the killer at that point. Yeah. I don't know, if you don't know whose fingerprint it is, all it gives you is a means of confirming it later. I don't think the infinite flawless memory from a brief glance is a poor. Yeah. I think letting the player determine that in some way, like, would just, I don't know. Again, like have that as a difficulty thing as well. On easier difficulties, have it CSI style, or like on harder Oh well, no, CSI style. No, you're right. Was comparing it. Having the easier difficulty, have it like this super futuristic comparison thing. Actually, I suppose no, CSI did it. I can't think what it was. Yeah, CSI style, and then hard mode is literally like you got like some powder and some sticky tape. And then you just like have to visually compare, do these look the same? No. Again, difficulty system. I think I've that is the crux of my issue here. Get a difficulty system in there, make the progression, the difficulty curve nice. A nice curve on that difficulty, you know. Slowly ramp that shit up rather than it being randomly being like Shit, this is difficult. Yeah, I mean, realistically, if you've not got a note of it, you're not going to remember it as it is. You can go straight to the government database, look up everyone in the city, and now you have everyone's fingerprints before you start and can instantly recognize them. Yeah, yeah. It'd take a while, but literally, like, you could solve every single case by doing that. And I think reducing that kind of thing, I think that is like that kind of thing is just kind of ruining it for yourself to a certain extent. But there should be systems in place to make that like less of a thing. I just remember there was this one case and I was like, there's a fingerprint, and I got loads of other stuff, and then I just went to their workplace and I was looking through their stuff, and I was like, I wasn't really thinking about it, and I was like, okay, so I've looked for it, and I went off, and then I looked in my on my pin board, and I was like, wait, there's a name associated with the murderer now. Okay, I guess it was one. It was one of the random fingerprints that I found somewhere, or that I found in a database somewhere. Yeah, it was yeah, having a bit more complexity to that would be nice. People aren't always where they should be. I guess like real life, but I've had people get stuck somewhere and they never really actually go home. Yeah, Chelsea. I think Chelsea had a similar thing as well, where just people get stuck. Sometimes there's just nowhere for some people to go. Like if there's a murder in someone's apartment and they have a partner, I don't think they can. I'm pretty sure they can't enter their apartment until I've seen that person hover outside of their apartment until they're actually allowed to go back in it. But in actuality, you'd end up going to like a hotel, right? Ah, no issue. Okay, cool. Good to hear. If there are two people in a home, you won't always get the person you need to speak to when you knock on the door. There you go. So Flynn has a mod for that. That should just be added, like flat out. The dev should just be like, okay, we're just putting that in then. No, they wander around with the corpse on the floor, do they? Shit. One of the people was just stood outside the door for me. Wouldn't go in for some reason. Better speaking options would be great. Nobody trusts you, but there is no real way to gain rapport apart from giving them money. I'd love to see a better way of chatting with people and using charisma instead. There is something like very much missing from the well, there you go, player dialogue additions. Like there's clearly this mod missing from it, and if they just added something like that, where because I mean I think I say something here. Yeah, the general world and its people can feel a little dumb. People have very specific features, paths, and responses, but you can't go beyond set choices. If I lived in this world, I would think I was either Neo or Truman, like the Truman Show. Getting closer to true personal experience, personable experiences. I don't know why I said that. I guess would be better. I think I was kind of getting at the fact like if they made it less like that, you'd have more of a personal experience in some way. There's a weird thing that if someone won't tell you their name, take their photo and ask them if they know that person, and they'll say, "Hey, that's me." Oh, yes, I had that happen once before. Yeah, yeah, and that's a good. I suppose that's a good way if you can go into that one. Yeah, it just I understand that people wouldn't be very trusting of just like a random person coming up, but as I say, if there was a way of like being able to like talk to the person, be like, "Oh, what's your favorite thing?" Like asking those kind of questions first, to then for them to kind of open up to you a little bit more, because they're like some of the easier questions, like what kind of sport do you like? What's your hobbies? Like just like something someone would randomly ask someone in public. I can see the I can see the fundamental mechanics being repetitive, but you would already get your fill of the game before that would happen. It's semi-negative. I don't think it's too negative. I don't remember the sounds or music. I'm sure it facilitated the ambience, but it didn't go any further than that. I just don't remember it, and it's kind of why I rate it low, because like if something was bad, it would be memorable, and if something was good, it would be memorable. This was just like it wasn't memorable, it wasn't good or bad. It was just like it was there, you know. Uh, um, yeah, conversations about what your partner. Yes, yeah, just small bits. You missed the second last point. Oh no, I mentioned that. I read that out when I was talking about better speaking options because I felt like came into it saying that I would think I was either Neo or Truman. Yeah, yeah, everyone feeling like nobody's really that smart in the world. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I put a lot of negatives, but again, we're passionate about this game. We really like this game, so it's I think it's good that we've given some negatives because it's stuff that can be worked on, and yeah. Right. Chelsea says for her likes, being a nosy bitch with less restrictions. I love it. Being able to just explore the whole map and the fact that everyone has their own little lives and stuff. Yeah. It's somewhat complex in terms of like the people's lives in the city, isn't it? I just really love getting into detective mode, sifting through video camera footage, going through people's emails. Kind of wish they had mobile phones I could look at too. You want that nosiness to go further. Getting stinky from going through the trash maybe lol. Like don't mind me, murder victim, just gonna use your shower because I smell like shit. I would move the murder victim sometimes because I wanted to see if there's anything under them, and you'd instantly get stinky when you moved them, which is fair enough. You smell like dead person, I guess, right? Genuinely don't think I'd play anything like this. Yes. Yeah. I showered in so many houses. Your DNA is all over the place now. You're going to get accused of being a killer at some point. Dislikes, bugs, or what I assume are bugs. Sometimes I just couldn't interact with people at all. Even though the box would be around them, nothing would let me chat or inspect. Yeah. I had a similar thing with all of the policemen in the city. But I never had it with regular people, so that's really annoying. People not following the routines they're supposed to. I spent so long trying to find who I thought was the killer, going to their workplace at the set times, going where people said they'd be, only to get so frustrated and go back to their apartment, only to find them just walking up and down the stairs. A couple of characters do this. Phone calls giving me dialogue as if I was at the person's front door. Yeah, and yeah, Flynn said that this a fix as well. Yeah, which meant I'd click options and nothing would happen. I'd just go blank. Yeah. Yeah, Flynn, yeah. God, that's annoying. That's about even though we wouldn't talk. You'd be able to inspect. Oh, I didn't know you could inspect. Interesting. Okay, only 4 slots for items. I don't know if this can be upgraded at any point, but it's annoying. Having to dump things out of my pockets when buying food and drink is annoying. I'm just gonna eat it and then dump it. Does it really need a pocket slot? Agreed. Yeah, agreed. Oh wait, you can? Oh shit. So there is a way of getting more slots then at some point. Is it one of the synth disc things? Oh, cool. Well, there you go. I love the slots. How long it takes waiting for the NPCs to say their side of the dialogue and the repeated replies like, yes, it's none of my business, that's personal, you broken record. Yeah, you can't skip through dialogue, can you? Yeah. Which would be annoying for me. Would be cool to feel like the things you ask people matter. Just seems to be a roll of the dice rather than let me pick carefully or build up a sort of rapport with them. Yes, we have similar takes here, Chelsea. The dialogue feels dead, to be honest. No, and I agree. Yes, it is. Yeah, because sometimes you'd buy food and it would just appear in your hand, and you eat it, it'd be in your hand, and then you could just do it. Although, yeah, you wouldn't be able to. If you didn't have a slot in your pockets, it wouldn't appear in your hand. It'd be like, you haven't got any slots. Blah 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 blah. Maybe have a hand slot. Hand slot would be good. Hand slot. Character getting stuck on shit in the auto travel feature. I never did the auto travel feature. I would like if you could tell the victims' relations, partners, co-workers that you're investigating their murder. It's annoying trying to go to a victim's workplace and people going nuts at you. Would be nice to be like, can I check their desk for? Yeah, even if they, yeah, I think that's a big part of like noir detective as well, is gaining people's trust in that way. Like, it's a massive part. Skip all dialogue, yeah. Yeah, you can auto travel, Flynn. From what it sounds like, it is literally just it just walks to the destination for you, right? You can ask for permission to look around and get a guest pass. Yeah, that's what Chelsea did a couple of times with certain things as well. But it doesn't. Oh, you can look around people's work. Oh, you can get a guest pass for people's work as well. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, damn. I would even manually move out of the way of the thing, and the auto travel would just take me back behind the thing I'd get stuck at. It really needs to push that thing over, clearly. I never had that option at workplaces. Yeah, if you ask the receptionist. Oh, I didn't even know. Oh, yeah, I suppose there is a receptionist, actually, isn't there? Did anyone try it on Steam Deck? No, I didn't. I didn't, Jessica. I don't know. Is it It's verified. I don't know how it'd feel on a controller, because I definitely only played on mouse and keyboard, but at least it's verified. Having said that, not 100% sure that wasn't a modded edition. It doesn't mention it, so I don't think so. Oh, we'll have to have a look then. My dislikes are so big. Oh wait, yeah. My dislikes are so big because I enjoy this game so much. I actually care about these things I feel could be changed or yeah. Agreed. Definitely shed sentiment, I think, with everyone here. Can see Pinmore being really awkward on a Steam Deck. Yes, I can see that too. Unless so the Steam Deck does have a touchscreen though, so if there's a way of working that in, which there might be, that might actually fix the issue as well. Trogdor says, I like the achievements, nothing that gives stuff away and gives some replayability for the freaks that want 100%. That's cool. Knocking everyone out in the city is something I'd like to do someday. I did start knocking out as many people as I could on my original save with my character Punchy McGee. Jeez. No less. But I didn't even get close. Is that an achievement? Knocking out everyone in the city? Fucking hell. I got all the sync discs. The tool disc is so silly though. I loved it. You physically couldn't go through a door without ducking. Oh my god. I only saw like a handful of the discs, the type of disc you can get, and none of them really kind of changed like too much. It was usually have some cash every time you go into an air vent or just something along those lines, you know. Yep, yeah. Okay, that's a weird achievement. I don't think I could ever do that. Also, Dev has a really good blog about dev of the game. Nice to see stuff like this. It's a really good further read. Ooh, let's have a look. Yeah, February 5th. It's cool that they're still working on it. And when did this release? Oh, September last year. Was it in early access before this as well then? 1.0 was last year, but EA... Wow, 5 years. Holy crap. God damn. Doing well. Would you recommend? Flynn says definitely. Personally, I think it's got more replayability than a lot of the reviews gave it credit for. There's a lot more to it than just tracking down one murderer after another, with similar patterns each time, like a lot of them claimed. Yeah. I mean, yeah, what people are saying that it's not very replayable? That's weird. That's weird. Yeah, I said yes. This is a fantastic game, unlike anything I have seen, and everyone should give it a go. Highly recommend. Hell yeah! And well, there you go. Chelsea says hell yeah, and Trogdor says yes. So that's recommended all around. I think in terms of us putting on the recommended tag for this, I'd say highly recommended. Obviously, I've said that, but I think everyone here has been super hyped at this game. So yeah. Yeah, those same people probably Flappy Birds and Tetris too. True. The replayability of Flappy Birds. What other similar games would you recommend? Now, this is the interesting one. Not sure there are. Flynn says not sure there are any directly similar, but Gunpoint's got a similar art. It does, yeah. Style, genre, vibe in general, although it's 2D and more of a prescribed story. It's a good game though. And Heat Signature has a lot of similar sort of mission-based investigative rescue still quest progression. That's an interesting one to recommend. Also good. But even that's not really very close at all. Curiously, both of those were made by Tom Francis as well as Tactical Breach Wizards. I haven't heard of that one. He seems to have a thing for the whole stealth detective noir vibe, so I'd be interested to see what he comes up with in the future. Given Gunpoint's dialogue, if he'd written some of the dialogue for Shadows of Doubt, it would be hilarious. Yeah, and probably a bit more human. Right. Nice. No, those are some great recommendations. Thank you, Flynn. Right, I said mine are really like all over the place. Minecraft, mainly because of the graphics. LA Noire, I mean, typical detective. Probably one of the better noir games, maybe. I don't know. Cyberpunk, just because of it has a very cyberpunky kind of feel to it. I think if you like that side of it, definitely just play Cyberpunk 2077. Sherlock Holmes, like a lot of the games, they obviously they're very much more linear, but it's still a detective style game. And System Shock, which I think was my most left field one. Plug. By the way, oh yeah, maybe if you like this game, you'd like to watch some Cyberpunk from my YouTube. Oh no! I'm fucking it up. There we go. That's not it. Oh god. That's the other one. God damn it. I need to change that. It's this one. Yeah, I need to change that as well, Chelsea. That isn't even correct. It's the offline one. Yay! Thank you, Flynn. Wait, what happened to Firefox? Where did Firefox go? There it is. Yeah, I'm currently going through a Cyberpunk 1 hour every week, every Sunday. I'm currently up to I'm in the 60s, I think. 64, 65, episode 64 or 5. It's getting there. We're getting there. Getting through it. Yeah, and then my left field one, System Shock, similar critical thinking. Yeah, I felt like there was some puzzles in System Shock, which even though it's a very linear game as well to a certain degree, there are some things in that you kind of have to do some critical thinking for, similar to Shadows of Doubt, so it made a bit of sense. One thing I didn't mention in my review, though, I really wish this game had... multiplayer. Oh, multiplayer would be great. You are right. Although I appreciate it would probably be quite a different game, yes. But even if it was just like, hey, here's a co-op bit, it's going to be a bit easier to do, and yeah. But here it is. Like, just as like a random addition would be really nice, I think. No, damn straight, that'd be cool. The idea of competing for who can solve the crime first, perhaps working together to chase down. Yeah, that's a really good idea as well. I like the idea of working together and then going off to different parts of the city. Like, oh, we found this in the in the apartment, but also this. Maybe if you investigate this person, whilst I investigate this lead, and then like come back together to. I like that idea. That's really cool. Chelsea says, you know what, for the investigative brain, I once again recommend Return of the Obra Dinn. Hands down the best puzzle game I've ever played. I'd say Case of the Golden Idol 2, cool. For detective stuff, I'd say LA Noire, Sherlock, nice. Nancy Drew, and maybe those sick as fuck CSI games from back in the day. Do you think you'd ever stream those games, the CSI games, Chelsea? I feel like those are your thing. It'd be pretty cool to do. And then Trogdor says, this game led me down a rabbit hole of playing games of a similar ilk. But nothing is quite like this. But I did find more detective-like games like games a la Golden Idol, Lorelei, and the Laser Eyes. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. I've never heard of that one. And Duck Detective, which Chelsea has played on her channel as well. I love to. I used to go crazy for him. Maybe that's a good one to go for. Yeah, Duck Detective is a good suggestion as well. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. That is an interesting title. Oh, interesting. This is really cool. Oh, Annapurna as well. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. I'm not signed in, but I'm just going to leave it there anyway. Nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, creepy indeed. Right, so that is everyone's reviews. We will get to participation star in a second. But thank you so much, everyone that reviewed this month's game club. It's been like we got some really deep answers in this one, and you can see that there is a lot of love for this game, purely in the fact of the amount that people have written. Because guaranteed, if the game is shit, people ain't writing a lot. That's one thing I've learned. People ain't writing a lot, apart from in those negatives. That's the only time they'll write stuff. But even then, like, don't even bother like writing the negatives, right? So yeah. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Right, let's go into the participation style. The people that tried, they tried to do their part. Jessica tried. Thank you, Jessica. Magic Man tried, and this is what he said. I tried, was as close as possible at least. The game has been on my wish list ever since I saw the, I think Seth, he narrowed it down to Seth review of it. It's been an unlucky month, so unfortunately the game stays there for now. I'm looking forward to the day I get to play around as a sleuth solving murders. A chance to live up to my old online moniker of Officer Hot Pants. No better dream for me than being a crooked, sexy cop. Solving crimes, serving bodies all the time. So one of the things, you can't change how you look in the game, right? You can't, right? What's a love of a share? The size of my review for month one agrees with that argument. That's good. Yeah, Jessica. I just didn't have enough time to learn a new game, but I will get to it. No, it's cool, Jessica. I'm glad that you put in that you tried as well. Anyway, only gender and skin tone. I think. I think if you're able to change clothes, like bring immersion to your character as well, it'd be pretty cool. I'd love a bit of that. Yeah, thank you, Magic Man. And Brad tried. I tried. I left the game for the week, the last week, and only got as far as sorting the settings out and checking the game works okay. This last week has been manic, so what little brain power I've had left, I played Delta Force rather than trying to learn a new game and solve puzzles. Yeah, Brad has been through a lot. I'm not gonna mention anything that he's been through. He's been through a bit, so yeah, he's it's a good point. But yeah, Brad, definitely give it a go whenever you get the chance. Everyone as well. Schmexy is what you make. Are you gonna try and is it literally seducing your way into these different places? Are you that sexy cop that is you get caught whilst in the building, but then you start kind of like putting your moves on the person, like seducing them to then make your way out, kind of thing? Any objection to some minor self promo? Hell no, Flynn. Go for it. Like Austin Powers. Yeah, exactly. That's literally it. I think an Austin Powers character would be pretty funny, actually. Just wanted to mention I'd going to try Twitch integration on a modded as well playthrough when able, maybe tomorrow. But I have no idea when I'm free. I don't get to decide my schedule, unfortunately. Well, we are going to give Flynn a shout out anyway. So there we go. So there we go. Make sure you follow Flynn. You'll get a notification for when she goes live. And I think a modded playthrough, I'm definitely going to be joining with that. I'll definitely be getting Twitch integration going with that as well. See how the modded look of the game will look as well. Because it definitely determine on like so. Playing a lot of these game club games, like obviously a lot of them is just like when you're done, you're done. You finished it. With this one, I mean, Chelsea would mention it to me earlier. I was like, no, that's true. I'm probably going to be playing this every now and again. Just like going back into it. It's like, oh, I wonder if I can kind of extend the amount of time that I can keep solving murders and stuff. It's definitely kind of more of a Minecrafty feel. As I say, Minecraft, more of a Minecrafty feel to it, where you just like every now and again, oh, maybe I want to solve some murders. Maybe I want to go in there. And then yes, more mods would be pretty cool. But yeah, definitely give Flynn a follow if you can, and yeah, it means that you can be part of her modded world when that happens as well. Question is, can we get Officer Hot Pants modded into the game? Would you wake up in the middle of the night with a eureka moment potentially? Maybe. I have woken up many a night to take a piss. There might be, instead of the piss, there might be a eureka moment. Apologize in advance if you get murdered. I can't wait to get punched in the face, I'll be honest. I think that's the main thing. Almost every game I play has one. That's good. I like that. Just imagine one of the cops who stand outside the door just in hot pants. It reminds me of wasn't there a show where it had there was a guy that had hot pants on? Is that where you're getting that from, Magic Man, as well? Is it Reno, whatever it is? I didn't watch any of those shows, so I don't know, but I've seen clips of it. And he does like a little hop when in his cowboy boots. He just happens to be wearing Reno 911. It might be, yeah. Gonna start up, and whenever anyone turns up in chat, gonna go over to City Hall, find out where you live, and investigate. Oh god. Oh. Oh. Right. Okay. So that is the reviews done. Let's have a quick look at the ratings, and then what we'll do is, yeah, we'll look at the ratings. I have picked a game. And we will go through that more towards the end of the stream. But what I will be doing is I will be jumping into Shadows of Doubt. We'll have a look at my previous gameplay, and what I was going to do is start a new one, and maybe have like a quick test of the Twitch integration just to see how it's working out and what kind of thing it is. I don't think I'll end up streaming it again. I think this will just be the only time I do it. But yeah, I should just have a little bit of fun, see what's there. Officer Hot Pants was a joke me and my colleague college mates made up. Basically imagining what my career would be in the future. Don't look through the Vmail, Flynn. Ooh, I wonder if I can link it so that I can knock someone out and throw them. That's a really good idea, Flynn. Have you looked into doing mod stuff? Because you said that you had an interest of having a thing style mod for it. Have you actually looked into the like connecting your own Twitch API stuff to it? And because that'd be really cool. Not far off, to be fair, just a lot less. Officer Hot Pants. That's insane. Insane. Ooh. Right. So next up, yes, ratings. We don't need to go into that, actually. We need to go into main webcam. Okay. Right. I have already sorted this out. Let me just do something though. I think. There we go. Okay, so first up, we have story. Everyone voted it an 8. Everyone. Unless you're not sure what I've got the mental bandwidth to learn how to mod it properly in at the moment. Yeah, fair enough. It would be cool to see that some sort of Twitch API being done there. That'd be cool. But yeah, story. We all voted 8. There's no deviation from that. Fair enough. I think that kind of speaks for itself as well. In my opinion, in terms of the story, it's what you make of it yourself. Kind of, it facilitates a certain storyline, but it gives you enough to feel like you're having your own unique storyline, which is good. Yes. Next up is gameplay. We got an average of 8. We had a very small standard deviation for that, so some people voted a little bit differently, but generally the average was pretty good. It's pretty good. Again, I think the only thing that reduces that number is some of the negatives that we mentioned, that some stuff could be shifted to kind of play a little better, you know what I mean? There's a backstory to the game as well, though, which honestly... Oh, really? I didn't know. Didn't know there was a backstory. Oh, hey, KS. How you doing? How's things going? Right, next up is sound and music. Got a 7 with a standard deviation of 1.3. This had a bit more contention. I voted a 6 on this one. I voted a bit lower because I was like, it's mid. There's a midpoint. It doesn't really feel like... It's not memorable either way. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good. Just, it was there. Facilitated what you needed it to be, you know? Doing decent, just lurking around at the moment. No worries, KS. How's the dev cycle going? Flynn says, yeah, it gives you an intro with a brief rundown of the alternate history. Oh. Didn't see any of that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think because the music is a bit more synth wavy. Yeah, because the music's a bit more synth wavy, I feel like you have to kind of like really kind of bring it out there. I don't know. There's something about it, like, it has to be special. And I think it would have done wonders if it went more of the jazzy kind of route, you know, the noir jazzy style kind of route of things. Yeah, give it which game dev cycle? I suppose yeah, I suppose retrowave. Because I know that you were kind of flagging away from that a little bit, and you're sort of gearing up for this potential, like this. Well, I say potential. This new game as well, right? So, I mean, both. I guess both are progressing forward now quite well. I'd say that's really good to hear, guys. I don't know. It came across as kind of retro evangelist to me. Okay. I just again, I don't remember it being anything. But like, as soon as you hear like the jazzy noir kind of like thing, you're just like, yeah, I'm instantly there. That's what it is. And I like with this game, I sensed more of a detective route than a synthwave synthy kind of futuristic. I know there was futuristic things, but I'm like, well, the main part is the detective part. Retro's goal is this year. Knife Edge. I'll be fuck knows when. Okay. Just trying things up with Retrowave and refining the gripes. Nice one, KS. Well, hopefully you are within the goal for this year, and I will be giving it a go as soon as it releases as well. Nice one, dude. Yeah, I do think a little jazz music in the bars. Oh, bars. See, there you go. Yeah, and you can kind of get like a more refined jazz inside of the hotels, right, as well. That'd be nice. Maybe some elevator music. That's what was missing as well. Just like whilst you're going up the elevator. Didn't really have any, did it? Right, next one up is graphics. An 8. Again, I think this had like a little bit of a point of contention to a certain degree. I mean, the one a little bit of a difference. I think it was just either way though with this one. Actually no, I think it was either this or lower. It was either 8 or lower. So yeah, I think it kind of speaks for itself. I think the pixelated graphics route is pretty good. I think that there could be improvements to be made, especially with filters, but I think generally people quite like the graphics. So it's been too long at this point, if I'm honest, but fingers crossed. It'll be good when the time comes. It'll also be under $10, which I've publicly confirmed. There you go. Do you know what kind of length you're looking at as well for that game? So that's a really good price point, though. I think it gives a quite a good launching point for that kind of thing as well, doesn't it? Okay, that's when it's that kind of price. Nice one, dude. Right, next one is in-game settings. We've got an 8. I feel like there was an ample amount of settings. Obviously, there could have been a bit more accessibility settings. I think that's the idea of that. But in terms of like making your own world, there was a good chunk. I think they did a good job with that. 2-3 hours, cool. Maybe 4 depending on replay value for speedrunners. That's cool. Nice. I look forward to that. I do like the shore experience as well, I'll be honest. Shorter experiences are good. All right, next one up is QA 6. Yeah, this was definitely a lower point of the game. The bugs are not necessarily aplenty, but just the bugs that are there are annoying. It's good to see that the dev is doing stuff, but yeah, in terms of like QA for the game, they clearly went into 1.0, as Flynn said, after 5 years of early access, but I don't know. I think some things could have been ironed out a little bit. Maybe even some quality of service, quality of life changes. You know, not service, quality of service. That's a fucking router setting. Yeah, quality of life based things. Just to, I don't know. I think that can come under kind of gameplay stuff as well. You know, but yeah, I think as you can see in general, people could have. It could have had a little bit more of a polish to it. But it's good to know that the dev is still working on it. That's good. And last but not least, overall is 8. That's very high for this game club. It doesn't really ever has it ever ventured over 8? Let me have a quick look at Discord. Hopefully my internet doesn't shit itself. It's been annoying at the moment. Not upload speed, but download. Come on, Discord. No, Bully was 9, so Bully was the highest, right? Do. 6, 7, 8, 5, 8, 7, 8, 9 for Bully, 5. I put a total on that one. Why did I put a total? I'm not going to bother with total anymore. 7, 8. Going back to some of those. Actually, no, I'm not going to say that. I think those games deserved an 8. But considering this, like, I think an 8 is pretty damn good, to be honest. Maybe because I didn't review it. I hate that game with a passion. God damn. Oh, not Bully. Not Bully. Oh dear. Yeah. So the current game we're talking about is Shadows of Doubt. Is a detective noir game, but completely randomly generated. I say completely. It's procedurally generated. Well, to be honest, it is completely randomly generated a lot of stuff, isn't it? So yeah, highly recommended from everyone here. Highly recommended, and it pulls it off very well with somewhat few bits and pieces that could be changed. So yeah, make sure you go out and play Shadows of Doubt if you haven't done so. Yeah, highly recommended. Hell yeah. Thank you everyone who has been involved with this one. Thank you, Chelsea, for bringing out this wonderful patch as well, for drawing this up. This is now available for anyone that did participate in reviewing and rating the game. So there you go. There is your patch for this month. Yeah, and thank you everyone for reviewing, rating, saying I tried, and giving a little description, coming into this stream as well, and even just contributing in any way, shape, or form is always very welcome, and I'm very grateful for anyone that does. Makes us want to continue doing more stuff. And yeah, thank you, Chelsea. She does a load of stuff in the background as well that really helps out as well. So yes, thank you everyone for your contributions this month. This review and rating is over. Now, shall we actually delve into Shadows of Doubt and have a look? Yeah, interesting concept. It is. Yeah, it could do with a little polish, but it's an awesome game. Very awesome. It should, in my opinion, this should be on one of the, where you get like an IMDb list. This should be like a top 100 list of like must plays. Like, you need to play this. It pulls the idea off so well. Something like if I ever thought of like, oh, that would be cool, but I like the idea of this game, that'd be really cool. But if it didn't exist, I'd be like, there's no way in hell someone's going to make it, and someone did. Someone made it. Glad I was able to find the time to participate for once. Usually, I just can't commit the time. No, and we appreciate it, Flynn. Thank you. Hell yeah, KS. Hell yeah. It's a good one. Right, let's delve into some Shadows of Doubt then. Let's have a look. Before I do that though, I might actually have to take a quick break. I do need to get another drink. I'm quite thirsty. Quite thirsty. Oh, look at this! Chelsea's in Shadows of Doubt. Who would have thought? What murder? The recent reviews on Steam are mixed simply because 1.0 wasn't a huge leap forward and a lot of established players felt it had a lot of potential that wasn't fulfilled in 1.0. I think that's a bit of a shame that they'd vote according to that then. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it, really? Got to bounce all, but I'll try to be around now again. No worries, KS. Thanks for dropping by and catching a bit. Right, yeah. I'm going to take a quick break. We've got an ad break at the moment anyway, so I'll quickly go. I won't be long. Yeah, everyone else get something to drink. Get some nice snack or something. But yeah, I'll be back in just a second. Oof. Dream of luck and don't say fuck or bugger. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. What is that from? With the possible exception of Twitter, yeah. When's the next game announced, by the way? Is it Lord of the Rings? I feel like it's Lord of the Rings, but I might be wrong. I've heard of it. I just You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. God damn it. Probably should hand in my nerd card now. I can't remember what it is. What is it, Flynn? Please help me. I don't know. I do not know. Of Star Wars. It's one of the most famous quotes from one of the most famous films, and you don't know it. I did know it. I just couldn't remember what it was from. I feel shameful now. Shadows of Doubt review. What am I doing? Shadows of Doubt. There we go. Damn, Flynn is on one today. Holy shit. Wait, let me get bear with me. I just need to get the logo on this here because can't not have the logo shown whilst we're playing it. There we go. Shout out to the logo. Is that visible? Is that a bit small? Oh. Ah, of course, yeah. Take the piss. Blame it on the thing. Oh my god. Alright. Let's load this bastard up. Oh, in reference to next month's game. I didn't really know what to go for. I had a look through like the list that people have been given through Discord, like the suggestions and stuff, and just been trying to see what fits, and I couldn't find the right one because some of the suggestions they cost a little bit too much, or just they don't necessarily fit too much. But Chelsea had the idea that because it is my birthday next month, that maybe I should go for something that is more stereotypical of something that I would enjoy. So I started having a look at my list of stuff and be like, should I go for this or should I go for that? And there was actually an interesting one that not only facilitates that, but also looks pretty good for what people might enjoy playing. So yeah, we'll see that. I will allow out for the rest of. Check Twitch integration. Thank you. I completely forgot actually. Let me go to my webcam quickly. Don't think any of this will show up anyway. Yeah. Okay, it's on. Update. 10 out of 10. Oh, disabled licensed music. There's licensed music in this game? I guess it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, does it? That is on. I'm going to turn it off. So, thank you, Flint. Oh, God. I'm curious to see people's names now. This is going to be really cool. I wonder if it this is what we wanted to find out as well, wasn't it, Flynn? Whether it will integrate those into already existing worlds, or if it'll only be new worlds. Interesting. I need to quickly check on something as well. Yeah, I don't know, but it says disable if you're streaming, so it's probably a good idea. It does. It picks some people at random and changes them. I could be wrong. Let's find out. I wonder if it heightens the likelihood that that person will commit a crime or be killed. That'd be cool. Like that. Right, let's have a look. Load game. Main. Okay. Yeah, we'll go in the existing world. We'll have a quick look at the current case that I'm on, see if we can do it, and then we might just make a brand new world after that. Where am I at the moment? Oh my god. Look away. Hide from my shame. Oh dear. Oh, I'm here. Okay. Wait, there was a reason I was here. Shit. What was the reason I was here for? We'll see. Paradoxal. Donuts. Oh, it's not linked to the paradoxal. I can't actually remember. Okay, quick question. What's the policy on backseating here? That's a good question, actually. I think, that is a good question. Nudges. I'm happy with some nudges, I'd say. Not like outright hints or tips on exactly what you'd do, but maybe some nudges. You know, I don't know. I mean, with this one, probably some outright help, because I'm struggling and I don't think I'm gonna be able to get through it either. I do this a lot of the time as well. This is what I mean by being lazy. How long ago was the murder? So there's been 3 murders. What murder? So this was the original murder, Kesha Crosby. And then he got murdered. I didn't really get much from his apartment, but then again, it wasn't really much different from hers. And then her partner got murdered, which is this dude right here. And it's this bullet hole. I did see a random footprint, but do police officers leave footprints? Let me just quickly look. Size 13. So there's a size 14 footprint in the thing, and then yeah, so specific to 309 deer slug, and then there's a bullet hole in the wall as well. So the most recent was not this one, sorry, this one right here. Which happened, where is it? I swear I got a time of death somewhere. Told you this is all over the place. It's very terrible. Where's this one? Oh, no, that's Kesha Crosby. It's the other person. It literally like wasn't that long ago. I haven't slept or anything either. Some evidence like oh yeah, we were gonna have Yeah, it shouldn't have been 24 hours just yet. We were going to have a look at the place where it was murdered and have a quick look at the thing. Oh no, not quite yet, Magic Man. I tend to do it towards the end of stream just to, get a bit of the suspense going, Where the fuck am I going? Doop. So it's Frey Projects. This is the place. There are two sides to the building. And it goes up to, I think, the 5th floor. So that's just a regular apartment. That's the crime scene. Regular apartment. Regular apartment. Anticipation. Down straight. And regular apartment. Any chance you could quickly check the City Hall and see if we're there? Oh, right. To see if Oh, no, Scotty Mays! Vera Scotty Mays! Okay, that's great. So they're just last names then? This is so good. This is so good. I can't wait to see myself in your game, Flynn. I cannot wait. So yeah, like it goes all the way up here. Then if we keep, so I'll go through here. That's another apartment and the exit, and then going down here goes to the basement, and a lot of I don't know. A lot of these kind of lead to these kind of areas which there are no computers in them. There's this place which is a betting bar area, but I don't think there is. Yeah, there was a computer in here, but there was only surveillance for inside here, not for the building. Yeah, that one. That's to outside. Another random power area. Yes, it didn't. It probably didn't know. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Right, basement 2. And then this was a vacant apartment. And that was, yeah, that one's got someone in there, so. Then I went all the way to the top of here. So, yeah, another apartment. Oh, check the map, okay. And I did do this where I was looking, I hovered over stuff to see if I could. So power room, power room, power room. Vacant. Basement. Basement. Strawberry Solutions, which are the gambling den. Lobby 2, 1. Okay, go up through the floors a second. Yeah. Full landing, brown. Rotate. Landing. Well, I just had a character who was all black and walked up into the ceiling out of the room. I have seen that people. Some people have done that with me as well. Ray projects. Fifth floor. And then there's no 6th floor. See what I mean? There's just like nothing unless like the footage goes somewhere else, just not in this building, but in a different building somewhere. Ground floor. Out the back. Fingerprint boo. Well, this one here. Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's have a good look then. It's Frey Projects. Frei. Wait, where does it lead me to? Oh, I'll go for the school. What the fuck? Like the smallest apartment room I've ever seen. Next plan, find a directory and look for anything management. Hopefully one of them has Frey Projects as the address. Okay. Let's have a look. Doop, doop, doop. Oh! There's Jessica. Oh, Nick! Oh, look at that. Oh, wait, you'd come up as A, not F. Oh, there's Chelsea. Oh, you haven't come up though, Flynn. Unless it is an F.
How are you tonight?
That cracked out, didn't it?
Having a good time? Ready to party? Have fun? Yeah, well, that was the last guys. Wrong fucking band. We're here to have a bad time.
Oh, you've appeared, Doof.
Let's fucking do this.
Thank you for the raid, Doof. Welcome in. How's everyone doing? Raid. Welcome in, Doof. Welcome in, Lucio. Welcome in, Jess. How you guys doing? Where does Doof live in game before you think this is getting worse? Let's find out. Let's go. Frey Project. Someone died in that building. We're going. We're going now. 401. Yeah, thank you for the raid, Doof. Welcome in, everyone. How's everyone doing? We had a lovely rating and review of this game. Yeah, we're now playing Shadows of Doubt, which is, well, it's the game that we reviewed just now. And it's a procedurally generated detective noir game. Oh, this... Oh! What have you and Scotty been up to, dude? Oh, shit. No, don't barge the fucking door. He's not in at the moment. That's pretty funny, though. So, you seem to... It looks like you'd live with Scotty at the moment. I can't get in at the moment. Okay, alright. We're just gonna... Jesus, what? Nope. Jeez, you've got quite a good security system around here. Yeah, so this game is a procedure-generated detective noir game where you have to try and figure out murders that happen around the city, randomly happen around the city. And there is Twitch integration, so everyone that's in the stream will pop up. I might have to refresh it for some new people. I'm assuming you were lurking, Doof, and that's why you're currently in as well. That's great though. I have a feeling a lot of the bits and pieces only show up the first name though, right, Flynn? When we look at stuff. But yeah, how's stream anyway, Doof? Are you playing DBD? Oh, there's a fucking secret envelope in there. That's probably gonna be needed for something. Left of the desk. Not this one. No, in the other room. Okay. Other room. Shit, that's the original name. Oh wait, I think I saw where it was. I don't. Oh wait, business card. Vera Scotty Mays. There should be a business card around here somewhere as well. Yeah, Vera. Vera? Wathona Derida or something. Oh, maybe that is. Realize I don't need to play DBD as much now that I've finished the 2v8 stuff, so gonna play something else Friday. What are you gonna play, Dooth? I think that's changed to O Doothamas, yeah. I need to find a way of not getting caught at the moment. Oh god. Catherine Zeta-Jones. She dodges lasers. I ain't finding shit at the moment, I don't think. I don't really need to be in here. It's just the fact that Deuce's name is associated with this, so I came in here. That's quite good, though. Oh, wait, address book as well. Yeah, see, these are all first names, and it looks like it attaches to Vera Sky Maze. Huh. Alright. Check the directory for Flynn. Doop, doop, doop. There's Dave. No, you haven't come up for some reason, Flynn. Which is odd. Huh. I don't know why. I might have to refresh it again. Yeah, that's just my character. I don't. It's not taken from stream. I named myself. Oh, Lucio Wolfio. Magic Man. Next is Jessica. So I'd observe a System Reduct the other day. I'll continue that. I played that a while ago. It's a good game, isn't it? Want to see my gap? It's not weird, man. No biggie. Anyway, see if you can find management address that's in Frey. I don't trust that guy. Digging it so far, yeah. Yeah, I can't remember too much about it, but I remember enjoying it when I played it. That's cool. Oh yeah, dude. Oh, there's your Ana. Tatted butterfly girl. Trogdor. Oh, wait a second. Would it be? Nah, it's not going to do as well. All right, yeah. Let's have a look at the directory. So, Frey. There. So something with management on it. Lechner's management. Lorenzo's management. Oh wait, I've been. Peterson's management. De Graaf. Safari management. Oh. Oh, Your Honor. What? Also, hey, coming out of luck mode. How's you? Oh yeah, how you doing, Your Honor? Yeah, you're appearing in my game at the moment. There you go, shock proofed. Won't be under Frey. It's the address, not the name. Just need to search. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to see if we can find each of them. Formidable workhouse. Maybe I've passed it. Huh. So what I did find though is, because you know you get those letters where the victim had previously asked for footage, and it went towards a person, but when I went to that person, it didn't really kind of go anywhere from what I remember. Yeah, I'm just going to keep checking these, and it's not going to help at all. I'm back. I'm good. Just finished Kenna Bridge of Spirits. I've never heard of it, I don't think. I'm sick on the 4th day, but honestly, I kind of like it because it's a good excuse to say no when people ask me. Nice. You get cozy somewhere. Ah, Doof! You're in the club with Flynn now. What happened? Yeah, I'm just gonna keep looking around here and not find out what it is. Oh, running away from that apartment. The person was running towards me. So it's over, but happy for the journey. Nice. Yeah. I'm glad you're enjoying a game. Doesn't always happen. Not everyone enjoys a good old game. You know? There really isn't. I'll check a similar apartment block in mine. There is. Right, what we'll do is, whilst you're doing that, I'm not gonna bother continuing with this one because I spend so many hours on this one case now. I say so many hours, but so we're gonna start a new game. Gonna sandbox it. Shall we generate a city? Let's see what happens to my computer when I do that. Okay. Belendel. What else? A large city? I haven't done a large city yet. Do you know if there's any downside to me doing a large city, Flynn? Enable city editor, no. Fuck it, we're gonna try it. Large C. Oh yeah, male and gender and skin color you can change. Can be non-binary as well. And yeah, gameplay settings. This is what I wanted. I've changed some of the stuff on here. I'm gonna start with 500 because you know, 10 lockpicks. Procedural murders enabled. Enable flickering lights. I'll leave that turned off. Game difficulty easy. Short game length. Permadiff off. Head bob 50%. Skip intro because that annoys me. Save game compression. I don't really know what this does. Smelly injuries, bleeding, hydration, tired, numb, sick. That's a lot. That's a lot. All right. Let's see. Did forget to refresh the Twitch thing, but I think it should. I think it generally resets itself actually, so there shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, Chelsea was saying that with the 2v8 on DBD, it was some of the killers were getting a bit sweatier at the moment, right? Is that the idea? What's happening at the moment? Of course they are. Of course. I've been playing Delta Force at the moment, and I've come across my fair share amount of sweaty people now, and it pisses me off. I was playing with Brad at one point, and I was medic, but I was just kind of like testing out like different weapons and different things. And whilst I was doing that, obviously I wasn't doing very good in the game, but we were only playing a casual game. And I didn't realize, but there was a guy who was in our squad that was just talking shit about me. I didn't realize until he started chucking random smoke grenades at me. And then he was like, I looked back and he was calling me a selfish bastard. And I was like, dude, chill the fuck out. Oh, wait, I skipped the... Oh, well. Hyper-industrialization has swept the city. As it see? The old bourbon empire has crumbled, giving way to the United Atlantic States and the first elected megacorporation president in history, Starch Cola. As sea levels rise, cities have become polluted islands. We've got to get that shiny. Workers dream of escaping the fields, an exclusive retirement district few will ever see. Rival corporations vie for power, released by the privatized Starch Cola enforcers. Why have I gone all weird? God, I suck at voices. Some say justice now only exists in the shadows. Let me just turn up the game a bit. Shadows are down. Ding, ding, ding. I got my apartment. Right, I'm gonna actually try something a bit different here. Boop. Oh wait, I can turn off music. I didn't get flagged for this. We shall see. Oh. I was hanging around my apartment when I felt like I needed to walk around to the local bar. The weather was clear, but my thoughts weren't. I looked out longingly. When would my next case come across? No one knows. Not even me. But this city is filled with so much filth. Something would come across. I walked out of my apartment. Not a soul in sight. But as I walked down the stairs, there was a feeling of lostness. Where was I? Oh yes, I'm in my apartment block. I just need to exit. Excuse me, sir. Evening. Finally, some souls that I need to leave behind. But I do not know these people. Where was that bar? Oh, it was around the corner, I think. Oh yes, of course. Diner. This was my joint. The Soldier. I entered in. This was my morning routine. Morning? This was my evening routine. I sat at the booth I always sit at. I ordered some fried chicken. Damn, that was some good fried chicken. Things can be quite boring in Belendel. That is until you smell the reeking smell of death. Whoops. Of course I littered. Why would I not? Where the hell is this murder tunnel? I'm going to the tunnel. Fuck this. Where's the town hall? I always check the town hall by the tops of the buildings. Oh, it's literally right next to me. I was lost again. But right next Delivered under the door at 301 Sims's Hotel. There was a briefcase hidden nearby with information about the mark. Damn right he sounded like a pervert. But hey, a job's a job. I'll take it. Now where's this damn briefcase? There it is. I fumbled open the briefcase to find a secret layer inside. He gave me some information I needed to complete my job. I wish the advertisement had said something about the camera, because then I could have just bought it from the City Hall. I wouldn't have had to waste my time walking back to the City Hall to then walk back. But then I received an important notification on my scanner. There had been a murder. Would I continue doing this work for the pervert? The money was good, as I said. But was it worth it? Should I ever do work for a pervert? But then again, everyone in this godforsaken hellhole is a pervert. You can tell. You can smell it in their stink. We'll find out soon enough who the pervert is. But yes, I've alluded to the fact that everyone in this city is a pervert. Right, where's that camera? I grabbed my brand new camera. How do we live in this futuristic age and not have a proper viewfinder? I can't see shit with this thing. I need to buy some food as well. I had to return to the diner as well. Again, this could have all been in the advertisement. I walked up to my favorite employee here. I still don't know her name. But damn, does she give some good conversation, like... Mind your own business. forgotten her name, so I had to just check my notes again. Esmina. There we go. Esmina Curry. We got the partner's profile. Unbeknownst, they were living with a pervert. Wait, are these the pervert? Maybe this isn't the pervert. Unbeknownst, they were going to live with someone that was going to get dirty real fast. Be humiliated. This was easy. All I needed to do... Jesus Christ, this music is loud. All I needed to do was just get to the apartment. Hopefully Esmina is not there to save any further humiliation. I felt sorry for this poor bastard. But the money, it was speaking to me. Some say I could just have used the elevator to go up to the 6th floor. I'm not one of those people. What about to happen? The tension is building. This person isn't going to see what's coming. Let's find out who is actually in the house right now. The wrong person came to the door. It was Esmina. I couldn't do it to her. But there must be someone else in here. There they are. They just walked past. I asked if I could come in and have a look around. They said no. I asked again. Decided to slip a little bit of money their way. They said no, get out of here. I decided to add a bit more cash to the pot. I might be able to get in there with a little extra. Wow, they really don't like me at all. Shit. They shut the door on me. Maybe if I wait a little bit and knock again. 6, 4. Oh no! This is purely. Oh, it is an office. Ah, shit. Okay. That was a fruitless task. Oh. Ooh. Get out of there! I clearly do not know what I'm doing right now. Unknown address. What? Just a minute. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Unknown address. What is this place? Okay, there's just plenty of unknown addresses. Alright, I guess we're gonna do this old-fashioned way then. Gonna inspect this guy. Just need to inspect him. To be honest, I could quickly, even if they don't actually go up to the door, you can run in. Okay, come on. And they will have forgotten that I was getting punched by them. It's the same damn person! Bugger off! No, no, don't take the fucking fingerprints, you idiot. Wait. No, oh shit. I can't inspect them whilst this is happening. Shit. Oh, there has to be a wallet or something around here. Brooke and Denzel. Brooke. There we go. Got a name. Shit, get my fist out. Go on. Oh, push me through the fucking wall. Fucking die. Fucking die. Oh, okay, I'm out there. Oh no, I'm getting shot at! Get out of here! Run the fuck away. Oh no! Everyone is against me here. They don't like me here now. Fair enough. No! Okay, that is their name is definitely Brooke. So I just need to Brooke. I just need to go to the city hall and type in Brooke on there now. Wherever the city hall is. There it is. Right in front of me. I just punched the air and someone told me to calm down. I won't calm down. I am calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm. There we go. Brooke Meyer. There we go. Booyah! Select. Dear. Yeah, plot route. Run. No fun allowed in the sea. Oh, but wait. I plotted the route. Plot route to hand in. We gotta call him again. The pervert liked it. And I liked the money. I didn't like the pervert. But I'll take the money. My first case! No, I should probably actually go onto that murder case, huh? As soon as I had that scanner pop up on my feed, it sent chills down my spine. I knew I had another case on my hands, and I knew I'd solve it. How hard was it going to be? I don't know. I picked up a resolution form. To be useful to understand exactly what I need to be able to make a truly perfect arrest. I would need the full name of the killer. I would need to arrest the killer. I'd need to find evidence that placed the killer at the time of the crime. And I'd need to find out where the killer lived. Maybe even the specific murder weapon, who knows? Strickland Projects. The anticipation was too great. Wait, what was that? Did the light just go off? I'm confused. A bit slower. Oh, ooh, that's not good. Oh, that wasn't good at all. What the hell was happening with my light? Oh, Strickland Projects there. I made it to the apartment block. I can be asked to go up the staircase. This time, I would definitely take the elevator. I believe it was the 9th floor. The elevator transported me up. There was no elevator music. I was very disappointed. Who doesn't like to hear a good ditty whilst in the elevator? Who doesn't like a good dance? Then I realised I was in the echelon zone. God damn, I hate these places. There was a camera posted out. I knew that might be a good start. It's time to venture in. There were more cameras. Oh my god! There was a police officer posted by the door. They found me instantly. I fucked up. I was being pursued. What was I to do? I just ran away. Hopefully I'll be able to bypass the police officer. Hopefully he didn't just run straight back upstairs. It's my luck that he fucked off. I got into the apartment. I didn't even need to picklock my way in. This is where my investigation began. So many footsteps. This is where I thought I'd start. I brought out my print scanner and started documenting every footstep that I found. One sized 5. Damn, that's a small shoe. The other sized 8. That's a bit bigger. It's better. 5. 8. 8. 2 footprints. Something told me I would need more than that. And there it was. The stench. The dead body. The smell lingering in the kitchen. Blood pooled. There's a bathroom right next to the kitchen. I don't know who made this this design flaw. The stench would have been even worse. Imagine cooking a curry in the kitchen and then needing to go take a shit. I cannot even fathom that smell. I got distracted. I decided to look at the body. The victim was killed with either an 8mm or a 9x32. I couldn't tell. The entry wound was too battered. I looked further. It appears that the victim has been violently shot to death with a pistol or a revolver. It seemed to have happened between 6:30 and 7:45. I inspected the body. What a shame. What a waste of life. Oh. A business card was left by the body. God damn. Didn't have what it takes. Put a pin in it. They must earn my respect. The killer clearly had something to prove. What a dweeb. I got the fingerprint of the victim. I had to drag the body. It was going to make me stinky. But I needed to make sure that I found absolutely everything. I had a look at the blood pool. It was just on the floor. That didn't really tell me much, though. There was a fingerprint on the back. But for some reason I couldn't take it. Has anyone else actually found that problem as well? Or is that just me? I've had this problem with the bloody... Like, I've seen fingerprints on people's bodies, but I can't actually get them, which is a bit annoying. So the angle you have to take it at is a little weird. Have you been able to get a fingerprint off of a body? Because I kind of just gave up. Started collecting fingerprints. Funnily enough, there wasn't a lot of fingerprints. The victim was clearly paranoid. Something about the pills they were taking. This isn't the first time I've seen this kind of behavior. I don't want to look at it. I found out who the victim was. feel like I was getting closer to understand who the victim was. Never even seen one. Maybe it's not meant to be on there then. I started to get a bit peckish. There was a candy bar. Why wouldn't I have taken a bite? Damn, those starch candies taste good. Lana's relation. Gonna be. To the jerk who keeps standing outside my door and messing with my mail. Cut it out or I'll call the enforcers. You know who you are. SD. Okay, let's find out who this SD is. Is it... Would it come under Salma Del Rey or would it be SDR or SR? Bit of a passive-aggressive note to just have in your own building. In your own apartment. Yeah. The Elliott Genetics Spring Sponsors Showcase. Come and join us at Sims's Hotel to sample our fabulous New Year, New Me rejuvenation treatments. Hear a word from Ms. Evangeline Elliott herself. Admittance based on social credit. Damn. Just a shot of damage. A curious coincidence. Yeah. Do you take money from the victim's house? I always feel bad and don't bother taking the money. Ooh. Okay, fingerprint D. Let's find out if the victim lived alone. Usually I can tell by the address book. See, 2 different styles of writing. Someone else lived here. I would need to find this out so I could rule out fingerprints. But you should never rule out the partner. I found a 3rd fingerprint. This would clearly lead us to the right direction. Either type D or type E. They definitely did it. And a 3rd footprint. We now have a 5, a 6, and an 8. It's time to check to see the sizes of the occupants. I looked at one of the boots. Size 5. They clearly lived here. That was not the murderers. Let's have a look at the heel. Size 8. Clearly, they lived here. Not the murderers. Size 6, huh? Disgusting. How dare these dirty size 6s come into this house, disturb this perfectly good size 5 and 8. Despicable. I continue to search around. Selma, come to dinner next Friday. Got a divine bottle of Chateau d'Arc. And there's some delicious gossip to share. Bring ya. Damn it. Okay. S, remember your passcode this time. Ah, so ya. Ya. It seems like the partner's name was Ya. This investigation stank to high heaven, but I felt myself getting closer already. And I hadn't even completed searching the entire apartment. Oh, look. A diary. Wednesday outside, splendid for 3 blocks. Skinny, short, long. Definitely same person. Tuesday, nothing. Monday, outside work for 2 blocks. Skinny, female, I think. This gave me some insight into who the murderer might be. Oh, birth control pills. I didn't realize that those were in here as well. Nice. Money. Found the couple's files. This would be a great amount of information. I'll flick through these. Profile. Time to look at the victim's emails. Maybe it'll tell us a bit more. Oh yeah, that's true, Flynn. Does Salma Del Rey. Thank you for submitting a report to the Enforcer Citizen Liaison Division, a subsidiary of Starch Cola Corporation, to report that you are being stalked, harassed. A clerical assistant will respond to your report within 10 days for a fee of 150 crowns. Starch Cola members receive an automatic 50% discount. What the fuck? It doesn't really give much information on the actual murderer, so I'm not going to take that. I think I have a secret admirer. I'm not sure who, but I'm sure that someone has been watching me from afar. A stranger with blonde hair. There we go. Let's take this shit. Right then. I still think one of them's at it, yeah. If not both of them. I mean, there was an ample amount of birth control pills there. Hi, Salma. Hi, Salma. Noticed you asked for a pretty substantial raise. 5%, well, that's an interesting number. Let's meet up and discuss how you can earn it. Maybe taking it on janitorial duties? Where does she work? Yeah. Eden is dead. Eat from the tree of knowledge to see the truth. Our city is being poisoned by sweet words. Save yourself. Boycott starch today. Weird. Right. Well, I checked the rest of the. Wait, I need to check to see if there was a journal on the other side of the bed. Didn't look like it. I guess Yaya isn't the journaling type. Hello. Hello. Take those. Already looked in here. don't have... code for this. Sometimes the code is posted on the board in the lobby downstairs, though. I guess we'll find out. Oh. Oh, that's for the sync clinic. I don't like how the always kind of match up a little bit like that. I realized I needed to quickly wind up this this case as quickly as possible. The time limit was coming up. Messing with my mail. 901. What the fuck? How did what? 7-6. Okay. I can get away with just doing it. Oh my god. Nope. See what I mean? It's not even hers. They just start shooting at me. Fucking hell. It's like, she first asked a question later, I guess. I can't jump over there. Oh, God. I realised I wouldn't be able to solve this case by the end of the night. Instead, I needed to turn in. But first, we needed to find out what this month's Game Club game was going to be. So I waited. Perhaps another time. Maybe, maybe not. We shall see. Yeah, that game's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Right, is everyone ready for the reveal of this month's Game Club game? Hell yeah. Find the game. Oh, there's a Golga trailer. Is this it? I hope this is it. Kind of looks like it. Okay. Just sort this out first. Okay, right. So we just did Shadows of Doubt. Now for next month's Game Club game. It is a shorter experience. Apparently about 3.5 hours long. So I think doable. You can also get it for a good price. I did check. A pretty damn good price actually. So I think this should be a good one. I've never played it. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. It was on my wish list. And at some point I put it on the list for Game Club. So I guess it made sense for something. So yeah. Your next month's Game Club is Not Over the Moon.
Artificial life form. State your primary function.
My primary function is to assist and protect the human pilot of this armored combat suit.
Human occupant, please verify and validate the function of this artificial life form.
Impossible. He is unresponsive and likely in critical condition. I must find him medical treatment immediately. Can you be of assistance?
Evaluation failed. Unit unable to demonstrate valid primary function. Initializing neural format.
No! I am bound to protect my pilot from anything.
Okay, so it's a cool little indie game called The Fall. As I said, this isn't it. As I said, it's a short experience. It was on my wish list, and apparently I figured it was cool enough to be on the Game Club list at some point. Again, I'm kind of like falling into this, like I can't remember anything about it, but I'm curious. I'm curious enough to delve in, especially for a 3.5 hour experience. Apparently, it's half point and clicky, half a little bit actiony. It didn't look like there was too much action in that. It might be puzzle based action, if anything. So yeah. The developer and publisher are Over the Moon. There is a sequel to this game as well, and it also looks like there's a few things that they've done. The Last Hero of Nostalgia. No, I haven't heard of these games, but I'm curious to try it. I think it might have a good storyline. It had some pretty good reviews for it. I mean, oh well. The first one wasn't great. But yeah, very positive on all reviews anyway. So yeah, that is the Game Club's game this month. Make sure to let me have a look. So the deadline for review and rating submission will be the 25th of March, the day after my birthday. Look at that. And day of stream will be the 26th of March. I will make sure to sort out the info on the Discord so everyone knows what game we're playing. So yeah, what do people think? Just like Nice little game to play. Never heard of it. Like, really, never heard of it, but I think it could be quite interesting. And, yeah. Not much to go on. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, there is that, but I don't know. I'm curious. I'm very curious. Heard of it before? So on Steam it is $6.99. I'm just gonna go check the other places. That's the sequel, $6.99. So I'm assuming if you have Humble Choice, you will get 20% off of that. So 20% off of $6.99. And then GOG, which that was advertised for on GOG specifically as well. Let's have a look. Gonna see how I get on. No worries, Magic Man. See how you feel. There we go. $3.99 on GOG. £3.99. So I don't know. Chances are I'll probably actually I might want to play on the Steam Deck, so I probably would actually get it on Steam. But yeah, even this says 3.5 hours main, 4 hours for main and sides, and then completionist is 4.5 hours. So I think a nice tight experience. Something I don't know if we've really seen on like this type of game on Game Club before either. So unique to a certain extent as well. I don't know. I think it could be fun. I think we'll have a bit of fun with it. Check out all key shop as well. Just in case you wanted to go really cheap. Really. Let's see if it's actually available. Oh, there we go. £1. But again, as I say usually, I highly recommend you go for official stores. I mean, yeah, GOG $3.99. I might as well look on here every time. GOG $3.99, Fanatical £5, Steam $6.99. Epic Games $7.99. What happened there? And why is it oh, that's the bundle. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. On that note, I think I will leave it there, guys. I don't think there's anything else that I need to say, was there, Chelsea? I think the only thing there is this Friday will be Yap, Snack and React. Thank you, Chelsea. Yep. This Friday will be Yap, Snack and React. So it looks like we're getting a good chunk of reacts in, actually. No, Magic Man. We're getting a good chunk of reacts in, so I think we're going to have a chunky one for that. And I know that Chelsea is going to be bringing a Yap to the table as well, right? You had an idea for something. Yeah, Jessica, there is loads. I look forward to going through these. We're back on track with the amount of react. Wow, that rhymed. Yeah, there's a fair few. Maybe, yeah, we'll see, Chelsea. Yeah, but I think that's it. Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks everyone for contributing, who contributed to the review and rating of Shadows of Doubt, and the people who tried as well. Appreciate that too. All of this will go into this year's STS Game Club Awards. So be aware of that. Like, the more you contribute, the more chance that you'll be in line for a potential trophy of some kind. That'd be cool. Yeah, sorry, my mind is scrambled now because I spent a lot of today's stream chatting quite a lot, which has been a lot of fun. But yeah, scrambly mind now. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks everyone for joining. Everyone have a good one, and yeah, I will see you all with Chelsea on Friday. Goodbye. 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 Schnipp, schnapp.
Da, ja. Ich bin Schnappi, das Krokodil. Komm aus Ägypten, direkt am Nil.